Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is Tony Jolly. I'm going to be doing the third part of my series on tithes. So if you like these, please like and subscribe and share. Alright, I'm going to start out reading Genesis chapter 14. I'm going to start in verse 16. And he brought back all the goods, also brought back again his brother Lot, and his goods, and the women also, and the people. And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer, and of the kings that were with him, in the valley of Shavah, which is the king's dale. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abraham of the Most High, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be the Most High God, which hath delivered thine enemies into thy hands. And he gave him tithes of all. I'm going to stop right there in verse 20. There's few things we can glean from this. I know a lot of people will say that this proves that, giving your 10% of your money to the church every week is supported by this passage, because this is a law set by God before he gave the law, basically. The problem is with this, Abraham was never commanded to give this tithe. He voluntarily gave him 10% of everything that he had on him, but he was never commanded to do so. He didn't have to do it. And this is what I call the Abrahamic tithe, or voluntary tithe, which is one of the tithes, of the two tithes, that I believe still exists today. You can give 10% of anything you want to God, but the thing is, it's voluntary. There is no command to do that. And these churches that preach that are adding to the Bible, who's saying if they say you must give 10% of your gross, well, there's a couple of problems with that. First of all, your gross is not your money. Your money is your net. Your gross is what is stolen from you by the government. A lot of that is stolen from you by the government. But like I said, this is one tithe that you can do. It's not commanded to do. Unlike the 3-year tithe, which after studying, I have determined that is one that you do, and it's meant, but you don't pay it to the churches. You give that to the poor and the needy every 3 years. And this one you can give to the churches, or you can simply give it to the poor or the needy, or to any ministry you choose. It's not, it's not commanded to do. Now, is it a good idea to do? Yes, I would say it is, if you can afford it. Not everybody can afford it, and I would say if you can afford it, and or you are felt led of God to do it. Now, if you're doing it to be seen, then you might as well not be doing it at all, because you've already got your reward for that, and you should not be giving it because you are commanded by the church to give it, because that is an error of the church, that you are giving. There is no command to give this tithe, much less on a regular basis. You give this tithe because you want to, and you feel led of God when you feel led to do that. That's all I have to say on this subject. Thank you, brothers and sisters, and Godspeed.